Sorry, Doreau. I don't scare that easily.
Oh, Hammer!
Yeah.
Did you get the message?
What?
The casting process for the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer was a crucial step in bringing the show's unique brand of humor to life. Each character was carefully crafted, and the producers sought out actors who could embody their eccentricities. David Rasche, who played the titular character, Sledgehammer, was chosen for his ability to balance the character's over-the-top machismo with a hint of vulnerability. Rasche's audition showcased his comedic timing and knack for physical comedy, which made him the perfect fit for the role. His partner, Doreau, played by Anne-Marie Martin, was chosen for her contrasting energy. Martin brought a sense of groundedness and intelligence to the role, which provided a nice counterbalance to Rasche's antics. The chemistry between the two was evident from their first audition together. The supporting cast was also carefully selected. Harrison Page, who played Captain Trunk, was chosen for his authoritative presence and ability to deliver deadpan lines with precision. He brought a level of gravitas to the show that helped to anchor the more outrageous moments. Overall, the casting process for Sledgehammer was a careful balance of finding actors who could embody the show's unique tone and bringing them together to create a cohesive ensemble. The pivotal moments in the casting process were the chemistry tests, where the producers could see how the actors played off each other and how well they could bring the written characters to life.
What a time!
The directors of the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer, Gordon Clark and Alan Spencer, brought a unique vision to life through their comedic approach and satirical style. They aimed to create a show that parodied tough guy detective shows, and their creative influences included classic noir films and TV series like Dragnet and Miami Vice. Clark and Spencer's directorial style was characterized by exaggerated humor, over-the-top action, and satirical commentary on contemporary issues. They used vibrant colors, fast-paced editing, and quirky camera angles to enhance the show's comedic tone. Collaboration was key to the success of Sledgehammer. Clark and Spencer worked closely with the cast and crew, encouraging improvisation and creative input. They fostered a positive and inclusive working environment where everyone felt valued and heard. David Rasche, who played the titular character, credited Clark and Spencer for their collaborative approach. He said, "They encouraged us to play and experiment, which made the experience so much fun." The director's vision for Sledgehammer was to create a show that was not only entertaining, but also thought-provoking. They used humor to comment on societal issues, such as gun control, corruption, and gender stereotypes. In summary, the directors of Sledgehammer brought a unique and comedic vision to life through their satirical style and collaborative approach. Their influence can be seen in the show's exaggerated humor, over-the-top action, and thought-provoking commentary on contemporary issues. Sledgehammer is a classic TV series from 1986 that follows the comical adventures of a tough and eccentric police detective. This show is known for its unique blend of humor, action, and satire. Throughout the series, Sledgehammer's unconventional methods and over-the-top personality create a variety of funny, shocking, and even sad moments. One memorable scene occurs when Sledgehammer, played by David Rasche, has a heart-to-heart conversation with his beloved gun. Named Thunderbolt Lieutenant, this surreal moment showcases the character's quirks and the series' ability to balance humor with more serious themes. The enduring qualities of Sledgehammer include its groundbreaking satire of tough guy cop shows and its memorable characters. The show's creators, Alan Spencer and Michael Weathorn, crafted a world that continues to resonate with audiences due to its witty dialogue, over-the-top action, and unique take on the police genre. As you watch this video, prepare to discover many surprising and captivating facts about Sledgehammer that will deepen your appreciation for this iconic TV series. Do you have a favorite memory or personal experience related to Sledgehammer? We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below.
I knew this dress was too tight.
That doll.
The production of the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer took place primarily in Los Angeles, with the studio filming done at Sunset Gower Studios. The set design was a crucial aspect, as the show required a variety of locations, from a police precinct to seedy bars and lavish apartments. The art department, led by production designer Richard Wilcox, created detailed and visually striking sets that perfectly captured the show's tongue-in-cheek tone. The precinct set, where much of the action took place, was designed to be both functional and visually interesting with a mix of modern and retro elements. In addition to the studio sets, the production also filmed on location throughout Los Angeles. These locations included the Griffith Observatory, the Los Angeles Central Library, and the Bradbury Building, among others. The use of real-world locations added a level of authenticity to the show and helped to ground the more outlandish elements of the story. One of the logistical challenges of filming Sledgehammer was the show's tight production schedule. With only 22 minutes of screen time per episode, the production team had to work efficiently to get all the necessary shots in a short amount of time. This required careful planning and coordination, as well as a willingness to be flexible and adapt to changing circumstances. To help streamline the production process, the team employed a number of innovative techniques and technologies. One of these was the use of video assist, which allowed the director and cinematographer to review footage immediately after it was shot. This allowed them to make adjustments on the fly and ensured that they got the shots they needed in a timely manner. Another innovative technique used during the production of Sledgehammer was the use of computer-generated imagery. While still in its infancy at the time, CGI was used to create a number of visual effects for the show, including explosions, gunfire, and other action sequences. This helped to enhance the show's over-the-top style and added an extra layer of excitement to the proceedings. Overall, the production of Sledgehammer was a complex and challenging endeavor, but the end result was a show that was both visually striking and highly entertaining. Through the use of innovative techniques and technologies, as well as the hard work and dedication of the production team, the show was able to deliver a unique and memorable viewing experience that has stood the test of time.
You're not bad for a cop.
And you're...
Sledgehammer is a classic TV series that first aired in 1986, often compared to the Police Squad series and Dirty Harry. The show is full of fun violence and centers around the character of Sledgehammer, a detective who always seems to stumble upon crimes in progress while eating something, like a sushi dog. The series features a talented cast, including David Rasche as Sledgehammer, Harrison Page as Captain Trunk, and Anne-Marie Martin as Doreau. The chemistry between the actors is electric, and their comedic timing is impeccable. The show's creator, Alan Spencer, did an excellent job producing and writing the series, which is known for its upbeat and slapstick humor. One notable episode features a Black Widow-type used car salesman husband serial killer, played by an unknown actress. While Carol Burnett would have been a great fit for the role, the unknown actress did an excellent job bringing the character to life. Sledgehammer's unique brand of vigilante justice, which involves shooting first and asking questions later, sets him apart from other TV detectives. His Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood-inspired approach to solving problems adds to the show's humor and entertainment value. Unfortunately, Sledgehammer was canceled after 2 seasons due to fierce competition from popular shows like Dallas, Miami Vice, and The Cosby Show. However, the series gained a cult following in Germany and Europe and remains popular today. Fans of the show will be pleased to know that the entire series is now available on DVD. It's a worthwhile investment for anyone who loves classic TV comedy and farcical humor. The show's humor has stood the test of time and remains just as funny today as it was when it first aired. In conclusion, Sledgehammer is a classic TV series that is well worth watching. Its unique brand of humor, talented cast, and memorable characters make it a standout in the world of television comedy. So, if you're looking for a new show to watch, give Sledgehammer a try. You won't be disappointed.
Film star. Police refuse to comment and are also remaining silent on their investigation of
the creation of the musical score and soundtrack for the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer was a collaboration between composer Danny Elfman and musician Dave Matthews. The music they created complements the narrative and emotional tone of the series in a unique way. Elfman, known for his work on The Simpsons and Batman, brought a distinctive style to Sledgehammer. His score features fast-paced, energetic pieces that match the show's comedic action. The music enhances the comedic timing of the characters and underscores the absurdity of certain situations. Matthews, on the other hand, was responsible for the series soundtrack. He chose songs that reflected the show's offbeat humor and over-the-top characters. The soundtrack includes a mix of rock, pop, and jazz tunes that add to the show's overall atmosphere. In an interview, Elfman discussed how he approached composing for Sledgehammer, stating that he wanted to create music that was over the top, like the show itself. He added that the music needed to be fun and energetic, but also have a bit of an edge to it. Matthews echoed this sentiment, explaining that he looked for songs that were catchy and memorable, but also had a bit of a quirky edge to them. He added that the music needed to match the show's tone and enhance the viewer's experience. Overall, the musical score and soundtrack for Sledgehammer were essential components of the show's success. They complemented the narrative and emotional tone of the series, enhancing the viewer's experience and adding to the show's overall appeal.
I knew you were behind this.
When did you figure it out?
When you walked in just now.
The opening credit sequence of Sledgehammer pays homage to Magnum Force, replacing close-ups of Dirty Harry's .44 Magnum with the titular character's massive hammer. Initially developed for HBO, the pilot was a police show parody conceived by Get Smart producer Leonard Stern. Originally, HBO intended to cast Rodney Dangerfield or Joe Piscopo as Sledgehammer, but creator Alan Spencer insisted on David Rasche, whom he had never seen perform but selected based on a photograph and reviews of Rasche's stage work.
Oh, Battle of the Green Berets. I have this already. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I bought it when I was acting like...
One of the most iconic scenes in the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer is from the episode Witless, where Sledgehammer, played by David Rasche, uses a nuclear bomb to light a cigar. The scene is a perfect example of the show's over-the-top humor and satire of tough guy cop shows. The direction in this scene is impeccable, with the camera focusing on Sledgehammer's face as he lights the cigar, highlighting his sheer satisfaction and confidence. The performance by Rasche is also noteworthy, as he delivers his lines with a deadpan expression, adding to the comedic effect. The cinematography is simple yet effective, with the use of close-ups and wide shots to capture the absurdity of the situation. The scene is shot in a way that draws the audience's attention to the nuclear bomb, emphasizing the ridiculousness of Sledgehammer's actions. This scene has had a significant impact on the audience, as it showcases the show's unique blend of humor and satire. It has become one of the most memorable moments in the series, and has helped to establish Sledgehammer as a cult classic. In an interview, David Rasche commented on the scene, stating, "It was one of those moments where you just have to throw caution to the wind and go for it. It was so absurd and over the top, but that's what made it so funny." Overall, the nuclear cigar scene in Sledgehammer is a perfect example of the show's ability to use humor and satire to create unforgettable moments that resonate with audiences.
That your next job would be a chain link fence.
Anne-Marie Martin gained recognition for her role as Detective Dori Doreau in the police sitcom Sledgehammer, while her co-star, David Rasche, who played the title character, enjoyed eating sushi fish on a hoagie bun both on and off screen. The rest of the cast found it disgusting. In one episode, All Shook Up, a scene was filmed at the old Selznick studio backlot in Culver City, where Clark Gable, Vivian Leigh, and Olivia de Havilland had filmed their escape from Atlanta and Gone with the Wind. Interestingly, the actor playing Elvis #1 in the episode was named Baudelaire, which was Olivia de Havilland's son's name in the film. This backlot has a rich history, with many classic films being shot there. In total, Sledgehammer aired for 2 seasons and 41 episodes, with a unique blend of comedy and action that made it stand out from other police shows of the time. The series has since gained a cult following and remains a memorable part of 80s television.
Like a human being lives here.
Oh, thanks, Doreau. You know, I can't believe I'm letting a common...
Sledgehammer, a 1986 TV series, made a significant cultural and social impact through its satirical portrayal of the action crime genre. The show resonated with audiences due to its over-the-top parody of tough guy detective stereotypes, providing a humorous contrast to the seriousness of similar shows. Sledgehammer contributed to pop culture by inspiring a wave of self-aware, comedic takes on traditional genres. Its influence can be seen in later shows like The Naked Gun and Police Squad, which also used humor to deconstruct and satirize established tropes. The series also sparked discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. For instance, it critiqued the glorification of violence in media by presenting a protagonist who took excessive force to absurd levels. This commentary encouraged viewers to reflect on the consequences of excessive force and the role of media in perpetuating such ideals. Moreover, Sledgehammer challenged gender norms by featuring a strong, independent female character, Doreau, who often outsmarted and outperformed the male lead. This representation was a step towards more nuanced and diverse portrayals of women in media. In essence, Sledgehammer left a lasting impact on television through its unique blend of humor, satire, and social commentary, influencing both the content and tone of future shows.
Well, Sledge, we've got 3 suspects, 3 motives, and 3 flimsy alibis.
In the first 13 episodes of Sledgehammer, canned laughter was included in the audio tracks. However, the show's creator, Alan Spencer, disliked laugh tracks, and ABC agreed to remove it starting with episode 14, State of Sledge. Spencer's ownership rights to the series allowed for the deletion of all canned laughter from the first 13 episodes in the DVD release. In the episode All Shook Up, the main character, Sledge, sings an Elvis-style song with mutters, using generic love-themed phrases. Interestingly, David Rasche, the actor who played Sledge, came up with one of the songs himself. Harrison Page, who played Captain Trunk, adopted a unique approach while auditioning for the role. He imagined Captain Trunk as an extremely exasperated man, and chose to play him constantly yelling at Hammer. Page's loud performance, which could be heard by other people in the building, helped him land the role.
Too little affection.
Hey, the same old Susie Q, huh? Trying to make my hard edges soft.
Not.
Sledgehammer, a 1986 television series, received mixed reviews from critics. Some praised its over-the-top humor and satirical take on tough guy detective shows, while others found it juvenile and unfunny. The Los Angeles Times called it a cheerfully moronic satire, while the New York Times dismissed it as a series that seems to have been conceived in a fit of lunacy. Despite the mixed reviews, the show developed a cult following and was nominated for several awards. It received a Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Sound Mixing for a Comedy Series or a Special in 1987. The show's star, David Rasche, was nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Actor on Television in 1988. The nominations and awards are a testament to the unique vision and boldness of the creators and cast of Sledgehammer. The show's willingness to take risks and push boundaries in the name of comedy earned it a place in the hearts of many viewers and critics, even if it didn't always find mainstream success. The nominations and awards also helped to legitimize the show and give it a level of recognition and respect within the industry.
Understand, you eat free in restaurants. You never have to stop for a red light. You get to meet lots of interesting people. And
in one Transformers comic book issue, characters were shown watching Sledgehammer on a TV. The pilot episode initially received poor ratings, leading ABC to add a laugh track. Despite creator Alan Spencer's objections, the network insisted on keeping the laugh track for the series, but it was eventually removed halfway through the first season. A later episode, All Shook Up, featured a sarcastic jab at the show's lead-in, Mr. Belvedere, causing a feud between the two shows. This led to a wisecrack about Sledgehammer on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, prompting an even harsher response from Spencer towards Mr. Belvedere in a later episode.
Why am I talking to you? You're not real.
I am real.
Yeah, can you do this?
During the making of Sledgehammer, in 1986, the set was always filled with laughter and camaraderie. The show's star, David Rasche, was known for his humor and would often improvise lines, keeping the cast and crew in stitches. In one episode, Rasche ad-libbed a line about a tuna sandwich, which became a running joke for the rest of the series. The show's creator, Alan Spencer, was heavily influenced by the classic Dirty Harry films, and he wanted to create a satirical version of the tough guy cop genre. To achieve this, he filled the show with over-the-top action sequences and intentionally cheesy one-liners. One of the most memorable episodes of the series was Watanabe on the Rocks, which featured a Japanese businessman who wanted to buy Sledgehammer's police department. The episode was filmed during a time when Japanese investment in America was a hot topic, and the episode was meant to be a tongue-in-cheek commentary on the subject. The episode featured a number of Japanese actors, and the cast and crew were given lessons in Japanese customs and etiquette to ensure that they were respectful of their guests. The episode was a huge success and is still considered one of the funniest episodes of the series. Despite the show's success, Sledgehammer was canceled after 2 seasons due to low ratings. However, the show has since gained a cult following and is still beloved by fans today. The cast and crew look back on their time working on the show with fondness, and many of them still keep in touch to this day. Before the airing of Sledgehammer, creator Alan Spencer took the unusual step of urging television critics to give the show a chance, despite its scheduling alongside more popular primetime programs. In one episode, Under the Gun, a motel raid scene features 2 adjacent room numbers, 86 and 99. These numbers reference Don Adams, and Barbara Feldon's agent numbers in the series Get Smart. And Leonard Stern, executive producer of Get Smart, served as a consultant on Sledgehammer. Additionally, actor Kurt Paul plays the recurring character of Norman Blates, a nod to Norman Bates from Psycho. Paul was Anthony Perkins' stunt double in Psycho Roman 2 and Roman 3, and also appeared in Psycho for the Beginning. He even played the role of Norman Bates in Bates Motel. This connection highlights the interplay between different productions and the people who work behind the scenes. Sledgehammer, the 1986 TV series, might not be a prominent part of film history, but it did leave an impact on the industry. The show's satirical take on the macho, tough guy detective genre influenced future filmmaking by encouraging self-awareness and parody in action comedy productions. Sledgehammer inspired several subsequent works, including the popular animated series The Simpsons. In one episode, the character Chief Wiggum is based on Sledgehammer's Inspector Drebin, and the show even features a brief Sledgehammer parody. The show's influence can also be seen in video games, such as the Saints Row series, which incorporates Sledgehammer's over-the-top humor and exaggerated violence. Additionally, the character of Max Payne in the eponymous video game franchise shares similarities with Sledgehammer, as both are hard-boiled detectives with a penchant for puns and witty one-liners. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in 80s pop culture, making Sledgehammer a subject of renewed appreciation. This revival has led to fan discussion, podcasts, and articles examining the show's impact and legacy. While Sledgehammer may not have initially garnered the same recognition as some of its contemporaries, its influence on future filmmaking and popular culture remains significant.
Well, he can stay with you, Candy Hammer. I mean, he's your brother, until he finds a place.
David Rasche, the lead actor in the TV series Sledgehammer, is known for his portrayal of a blonde, handsome character with a Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry vibe. His on-screen relationship with co-star Harrison Page was that of 2 men at odds, but in reality, Rasche and Page became good friends and still keep in touch. Rasche's wife, Heather Rasche, also made an appearance on the show in the episode Here's to You. Mistress Hammer as ex-Mistress Hammer. Despite playing a character who was not well-adjusted, Rasche himself is described as a very well-adjusted person. His performance as Sledgehammer, along with the rest of the cast and crew, helped to make the show a success during its late 1980s run. Sledgehammer is a parody of the Dirty Harry film series, particularly the first film, which takes place in San Francisco. This is referenced in the Sledgehammer series through the use of a fictional newspaper called the San Francisco Dispatch. Actor David Rasche, who plays the main character in Sledgehammer, even had a supporting role in the Clint Eastwood-directed film Flags of Our Fathers. The humor in Sledgehammer includes various jokes and sight gags, some of which were later used in the first Naked Gun movie. The show's setting is never explicitly stated, but the first episode's use of the San Francisco Dispatch suggests that it takes place in the same city as Dirty Harry. In summary, Sledgehammer is a parody of Dirty Harry that features similar settings and humor. Its influence can be seen in later films such as The Naked Gun.
Man, I slept like a log.
In 1976, Alan Spencer wrote a parody of Dirty Harry, but every network rejected it due to its exaggerated violence. It wasn't until the success of Sudden Impact in 1983 that networks began showing interest. The pilot script eventually became the basis for the TV series Sledgehammer. In 1986, Originally, the opening credits were intended to show Sledgehammer firing his gun directly at the camera, shattering it. However, ABC standards and practices department feared that it would frighten some viewers and potentially cause legal issues. A compromise was reached, and Hammer fired his gun slightly to the left of the camera instead. In 1992, New Line Cinema discussed producing a feature film version of the show, but they wanted it to be a parody of Lethal Weapon and its sequels with all new characters. Spencer passed on the project, and New Line's concept became the basis for Loaded Weapon 1 in 1993. Overall, Sledgehammer was a unique and humorous take on the action genre with a dedicated creator who was committed to his vision. Despite facing rejection and challenges, Spencer's script eventually found success and became a cult classic.
Please, I gotta tell you, I am not impressed.
Okay, I would like to address that particular stereotype if I'm...
Alan Spencer's achievement as the youngest creator of a network television series at 26 is noteworthy. His creation, Sledgehammer, features a lead character named Sledge, played by David Rasche. During breaks, Rasche would sometimes stay in character by speaking to the .44 Magnum prop, embodying Sledge's personality. Delving into Sledge's backstory, his parents are named Jack Hammer and Armin Hammer. The show's creators chose these names to add depth to the character, making him more relatable and human. Despite the humorous and exaggerated nature of the series, these details helped to ground Sledge in reality. Overall, Sledgehammer's production was marked by dedication to character development and attention to detail, even during breaks in filming.
Yes, I did, but they sank.
You may have been in Who's Who, but obviously you didn't know.
The television series Sledgehammer made some changes in its filming format for cost-saving purposes. The first season was shot using 35mm film, while the second season switched to 16mm film. Additionally, a comic book based on the series was published by Marvel, although it only lasted for 2 issues. Interestingly, the titular character, Sledgehammer, rarely shoots people, with only one accidental shooting happening off camera. Most of the time, he shoots objects or disarms villains by shooting their guns.
How are you getting along with Winston?
Great, I like the guy. He's brutal, he's violent, he's unfair.
The creators of Police Squad felt competitive with Sledgehammer and launched the Naked Gun films, incorporating elements of both Sledgehammer and Get Smart. The DVD release of Sledgehammer was a worldwide success, renewing critical acclaim for the series. Many journalists cited its influence, leading to career upticks for star David Rasche and creator Alan Spencer. Co-star David Rasche described Anne-Marie Martin as a great kisser.
You know the place, Sledge. Are you watching, Hammer? Please, you owe it to me.
The catchphrase of the main character in Sledgehammer was originally intended to be "I'm crazy, but I know what I'm doing." However, ABC executives objected to this description, and it was changed to "Trust me, I know what I'm doing." The character's gun, simply named Gun, was stolen in real life and used in a robbery. The producers had approached Peter Gabriel about using his song Sledgehammer as the title theme, but the rights proved too expensive. These are some of the behind-the-scenes details of the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer.
How's that for service? I'm in trouble, right?
I have no other choice, Hammer.
We invite you to share your personal experiences and memories related to the 1986 TV series Sledgehammer. How did the show impact you or influence your perspective on cinema? We encourage you to engage with us by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more cinematic explorations. Your insights and stories are valuable contributions to our cinematic community.
Oh, I did it again. Just come back to my place. I'll cook you a fantastic